In recent years, Sajjad Garibi has spread across the internet. From one look at the 28-year-old, you can see why. Due to his incredible size, he's known as the Iranian Hulk. At the time of making this video, he has 487,000 followers on Instagram. The 6'2" giant weighs 360 pounds. Due to his celebrity and size, Garibi has gone from powerlifting and perhaps stepping into the world of MMA. He's currently signed on to fight British weightlifter Martin Ford by the Polish organization KSW. Neither behemoths have experienced a professional MMA battle. Garibi has been linked with a job as a wrestler at WWE. Now that Garibi is transitioning into an MMA career, he can make a good living from the combat sport. In 2018, the average yearly income for UFC fighters was $138,250. Those that won championships in the UFC on average brought in $783,400. The highest paid fighter was Conor McGregor that year with a base salary of $3 million. And that's not including all of his sponsorship deals. In 1988, it was a normal day on the set of the TV series Magnum P.I. A helicopter flown by Vietnam veteran Steve Cox was just about to land. However, just before it touched the ground, the chopper went out of control due to electrical problems. The helicopter spiraled in the sky before crash landing in a ditch nearby. Soon, smoke began to rise from the wreckage. Cox was trapped under the whole vehicle and submerged in shallow water. Warren "Tiny" Everall, who just witnessed the horrific accident, ran over to help. He somehow found the strength to lift a 1,550-pound helicopter to free Cox. That's the same weight as a cow. While Cox's arm was permanently injured, Everall's heroic actions saved his life that day. The helicopter that crashed was a 1979 Hughes 500D. If you want to get your hands on TV history and get the same chopper used during a Magnum P.I. production, it's going to set you back a bit. Online, prices of the flying vehicle can go for $550,000, with some prices going as high as $825,000. Many creative people will take inspiration from their real-life events when creating fiction. Well, the same can be said for legendary comic creator Jack Kirby. It's a story he brought up during interviews. One day, Kirby witnessed an astonishing event. A child was playing in the street and near the gutter of the road. Soon after, the child was trapped under the running board of a car. The kid's unnamed mother dug deep and managed to lift the vehicle in order to free her child. From that event, Kirby realized that people could do this type of astonishing action when we're desperate enough. This incident stuck in Kirby's mind for a while. It eventually led him to create the Incredible Hulk in 1962. Jack Kirby did pretty well in his iconic comic career. At the time of writing, Kirby's name has a net worth of around $10 million. In 2013, Marvel fans put together a price of how much it would cost to be the Hulk and Bruce Banner. The figure, which included his education and replacing the rippled clothes, came to $415,740. That's not including the costs of being exposed to gamma radiation. Ty Nagok was born in Vietnam in 1942. During 1973, he suffered from a fever. While most people would get over the illness with no issue, Nagok had a strange side effect. Since then, he hasn't slept. He's tried all sorts of methods to try and sleep, such as sleeping pills and meditation, but nothing's worked. According to research, we need around 8 hours of sleep to maintain good health. Medical professionals have examined the farmer and found no ill effects of Nagok's health. He's in great shape. He now does his farming work during the night. Although Nagok has been quoted that he feels like a plant without water, as for how a fever can cause such a reaction, some believe that the illness triggered some sort of mutation in Nagok's genes. Since Nagok doesn't need coffee to function, he'll be saving a lot of money. In the US, the average American is said to spend around $1,100 per year on black gold. Since Nagok first became a super insomniac in 1973, that's nearly 48 years ago at the time of writing. Altogether, Nagok has saved $52,800 compared to the average American. In 1982, Tony Cavallo was fixing his vintage car. He had the vehicle lifted up via a jack so he could imagine it from below. But suddenly, the jack collapsed. The weight of the vehicle pinned the unconscious Tony to the ground. His mother, Angela Cavallo, heard the noise. The woman in her late 50s ran towards her son. Angela immediately lifted up the 3,000-pound car by 4 inches. She kicked her son to try and wake him, but it didn't work. Angela, the real-life Wonder Mother, waited for 5 whole minutes while holding the car up. Eventually, help was found. The neighbors dragged Tony out from under the car while Angela continued to hold it up. Tony made a full recovery from his injuries. Angela's incredible determination saved her son's life that day. The exact car that was lifted by Cavallo was a 1964 Chevrolet Impala, a collector vehicle for classic car fans. The cost of this Impala can vary widely. Some price tags are around $20,000, while others can reach a hefty $175,000. With the nickname of the French Spider-Man, you can probably guess what Elaine Robert is known for. No, it doesn't have anything to do with firing webs. Robert is a daredevil known for his amazing climbing feats, most of which he accomplished with no safety equipment. Just his bare hands, his incredible strength, and amazing balance. He free-climbed the Eiffel Tower, the Statue of Liberty, the Sydney Opera House, and many more historic monuments around the globe. If you name a tall building around the world, there's a good chance Robert has climbed it. He also has used his skills to protest various causes. In 2009, he free-climbed the Lloyd's of London building in England to protest climate change. Since Robert is able to do his amazing feats without a spider suit, he'll definitely be saving a lot of cash. The MCU's high-tech Tony Stark-created suit has an estimated value of nearly $17 million. But if that's out of your price range, then we have a low-tech option as well. In 2017, Twizzle came up with a figure of $1,093,730. Time to start saving. 72-year-old Joe Cameron from Whitebridge, Scotland, has given us a taste of what the world would be like if the X-Men existed. As Cameron is a real-life mutant, she has an unusual mutation to her genes, one that only 2 known people in the world are believed to have. She doesn't feel physical pain. Cameron didn't learn that she was different until she was 65. After an operation on her hand, she turned down painkillers. This astonished the doctors. She was sent for tests with pain specialists where her unique mutation was discovered. On top of not feeling physical pain, she also doesn't feel anxious or afraid. Pain specialists around the globe are highly interested in this phenomenon for their research. Cameron could hold the secret to aiding the notoriously difficult-to-treat aspect of pain. The business of treating chronic pain in the U.S. is worth an absolute fortune. In 2012, the American Pain Society did a study. They examined the complete costs, including loss of productivity at work and medical pain treatment. The estimated total came out to be between $560 billion to $635 billion. In 2012, 22-year-old Lauren Kornacki was looking for her father Alec at their home in Virginia. Lauren wanted to borrow the car, however she couldn't find him. Lauren went into the garage. There, she found her dad stuck under the car. The jack had slipped as he was repairing the vehicle. Now, the car was compressing the 52-year-old underneath it. Seeing her father unconscious, Lauren reacted quickly. She immediately called for her mother to call the emergency services. She then displayed what is known as hysterical strength. Lauren grabbed a hold of the car and lifted it off Alec. Lauren then noticed her dad wasn't breathing. She began CPR within moments. Alec was breathing again. Thanks to his daughter's superpower, he fully recovered from the accident. The car that Lauren heroically lifted to save her father is a 1995 BMW 525i. It weighs nearly 3,500 pounds. The prices online for this vehicle vary online as well. They can cost around $4,000 and reach all the way up to $20,000. When Alonzo Clemens was a child, he suffered a horrific head injury. As a result, he received a developmental disorder that left his IQ between 40 to 50. Due to this, he struggles with everyday tasks and requires assistance to this day. Yet, through all this trauma, there was something astonishing that happened. Clemens developed a strong interest in molding objects, especially animals, out of clay. The sculptures Clemens creates are incredibly detailed. Even if he's only seen the animal briefly, he's able to recreate the creature accurately in his hands. Clemens is a savant in sculpting. Today, Clemens makes his living as an artist. If you fancy getting your hands on Clemens' art to brighten up your home, you can. Clemens sells his beautiful sculptures online via his website. The cheapest piece is the bust of a horse named Mustang Sally. That has a price tag of $285, while the most expensive statue is a group of dolphins named Family Gathering. This piece currently costs $5,400. With the nickname of the Iceman, you can probably make a good guess on what superpowered Dutchman Wim Hof has. If there's a Guinness World Record involving freezing temperatures, it's likely that Hof has broken it at some point. One of the records that he still holds was achieved in 2008. While in Finland, he recorded the fastest barefoot marathon on ice and snow. On top of his record-breaking antics, in 2009 he climbed Mount Kilimanjaro in just shorts and shoes. The secret of surviving these extreme temperatures comes from Hof's special breathing techniques. It's said to use elements of Tibetan Tomo meditation and pranayama. If you want to learn these techniques that make it possible for Hoff to pull off his amazing icy feats, you can. Through his website, you can sign up for online courses. There, you can watch videos of Hoff as he teaches you his secrets. He has a class for beginners that consists of 4 lessons for free. Depending on the intensity of the course, you can expect to pay between $199 to $279 for more advanced lessons.